Sacha Baron Cohen has punked yet another conservative, this time former Milwaukee County Sheriff David Clarke Jr. Now, David Clarke Jr. Decided to go on and talk to Oh My God, Whiz Boy, Oh My God, which of course is Sacha Baron Cohen in costume. And during that discussion, they talked about fascists versus anti-fascists, also known as Antifa. Let's take a look.
We're now going to talk about issues while we are doing the unboxing. So let's talk about the dangerous people who marched in Charlottesville, or as they're called, Antifa. What are they like?
Antifa is an anarchist group. All right, they promote chaos. So they come in, again, this is not protest. When you start trashing buildings, breaking into...
It's Mackenzie Maple Donut. Dab, dab, just hands. Tell me about Antifa. Should I join them? Can I join
Mackenzie
Antifa?
Maple Donut do not join Antifa. They support killing of police officers. They support disorder.
Yes, Maple Donut. Do not join Antifa. Don't do it, Maple Donut. I swear to God, don't do it. They kill police officers. Really? How many police officers have Antifa killed? How many? I'm just waiting. Now, I do know of a right-wing group called the Sovereign Citizens that kill police officers. Do we talk about them? Oh no, of course not, because they're right-wing. They're right-wing. And they have this thing called right-wing privilege, in which it doesn't matter how many crimes are committed by people in the far right wing. I'm not talking like regular Republicans, which should be outraged as well, right? I'm talking about the fringe far right, the sovereign citizens, right, who don't believe the entire laws of the United States should apply to them, right? So they're just living here, and they're like, no, laws, they don't apply to me at all. No, I'm going to go kill police officers. Really? So, no, we're going to talk about Antifa because they want to kill police officers. They support killing police officers, even though they haven't killed anyone. Okay. Well, that's fun. Now, here's the other thing. Antifa isn't an actual group. Antifa basically just stands for anybody who's anti-fascist. If you're an anti-fascist, you could say you're a member of Antifa, right? There's no centralization. There's no hierarchy. This isn't some big group. It's anybody who's not a fascist. So by definition, we are all kind of Antifa. Now, there are some people in that group who have done violence. Okay, that sucks. I don't agree with them. I disagree with physical violence. I'm a pacifist. That said, Sheriff David Clarke is not a pacifist. Take a look.
So if you were the sheriff in the 30s in Germany and the anti-fascists were marching, the Antifa were marching, what would you have done to stop them?
Well, you have to act aggressively. When I say that, you have to use force to disperse the crowd. You have to be willing to arrest people, take them to jail.
Exactly. It's a shame that there weren't brave sheriffs like you around in Germany in the 30s, because you could have protected the fascists and let them speak their mind a bit clearer, and then things could have been done a bit quicker.
Well, you don't want to take sides when you say you protect the fascists.
You don't want
You don't want to take sides.
Of course, particularly not in Germany in the 30s.
Wow. Okay. So there's a lot there. So the context is important here. Cohen asked him, if you saw Antifa marching, what would you do? Right? So if they're just marching, not doing violence, not smashing windows, didn't say anything about that, because we're all against that, okay? And I'm not saying that it's Antifa that actually does that. Look, if anybody's breaking windows, then yes, you arrest them. But see, here, Cohen, and here's the brilliance of this, right? What Cohen does is he traps them into saying what they actually believes. If it were 1930s Germany and anti-fascists were marching in the streets, not doing violence, right? Sheriff Clarke basically admitted, yeah, I'd arrest him to make way for the actual fascists. Because both sides are equal. I mean, you want to make sure, that you don't take sides in this. Especially, and I love how Cohen threw in at the end. Well, yeah, you don't want to take sides, especially in 1930s Germany. Look, man, this is the American right wing, right? This is how crazy, this is how nuts they've become. And again, there's so much in there in which Cohen basically uses as he's like virtue signaling for the right wing. Like, oh yeah, the Antifa, what would you do to Antifa? Who are the problem? Who are protesting? He sets them up, and it's fantastic. Now, you might be wondering, how can these guys be so dumb as to fall into this trap over and over again? I mean, again, you had Joe Arpaio, which we covered on the show. That was fun. Joe Walsh was like, yeah, let's arm 3-year-olds with grenades. And now David Clarke Jr., right? But see, you got to understand, it's not a trap to them. It's what they actually believe. They talked to this guy, this weird guy who they thought, well, okay, kind of one of us, even though you're really strange and you're dabbing. They think, finally, I can say what I actually believe. Hey, everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent progressive media, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/TYTNation.